Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. How are you all today? Welcome in to Saturday Morning Live. I said what I said. My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master, and I pray these messages find you at the precise time you need them. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest for everyone else to find. I'm going to go ahead and call in my ancestors, my angels, my amazing, amazing spirit team, and the creator. And I'm going to go ahead and call in your spirit teams as well. I offer this sacred medicine to you, to Gaia, to the land spirits as well. Thank you for blessing us this space and for giving me messages to give to the collective. All right, I'm going to go ahead. If you're open to receiving these energy activations, this healing activation, we're going to tap in with 717, okay? 717, if you're open to receive. 717. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Bryant, hi, welcome in. 717, if you're open to receiving this energy activation. The blessings and protection of the sage reaching you now. Welcome in, Rafiki. Welcome in, Lori. Calling in Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel for their blessings. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get your Reiki started with the black, not the black one, blue kyanite. Welcome in, everyone. Again, if you're open to receiving this energy activation, we're tapping in with 717. Dawn, hello. Diving in with the yellow aventurine now. Again, if you're open to receiving this energy activation, we're tapping in with 717. Some new faces today. Welcome in. "444 on my timer. You are so protected. You are so protected. Welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Again, if you're open to receiving this energy activation, we're tapping in with 717. Hello, hello, hello. And for yellow jasper now. Welcome in, welcome in. This is Saturday Morning Live, a series that I have been making a practice out of for the last several months. And it warms my heart that you are all here with me every weekend. Welcome in. Again, 717 if you're open to receiving this energy activation. Welcome in. And for the pink tourmaline now. Oh, I said black tourmaline. Okay. Welcome in. Happy to see you here. (717) if you are open to receiving. The grounding, cleansing, and protection of the black tourmaline. Ooh, that feels good. Okay. Spirit's saying I am ready to start the messages. Actually, they're ready to start the messages. I'm just here for the ride. Okay, we're going to get into it with the tarot deck that my beautiful, beautiful collective member Roger got for me as a gift. And this has been so activating and so wonderful to connect with. So again, thank you dearly. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Alrighty. So let us pull your cards for today. And the beautiful Wild Mystic Oracle that was gifted to me by Christina. Christina's here in the chat today. She's here participating in this message and this live. So thank you dearly, Christina. It has been beautiful to connect with and incredibly activating. So I'm going to go ahead and start channeling some messages as I get the cards for the bulk of the reading. And if you're just dropping in, I always light a candle at the end, charge it full of Reiki, and pray over it. And I invite you to add your own intentions and your own prayers to it. Lindsay, hello. So stick around so we can join in our healing intentions together. It's probably one of my favorite things that I am lucky enough to do here with you. Cynthia, hello. I know, it feels like a kind of slow morning, everyone. Or at least it's morning where I am. Just outside Philly. Dungeon Cruiler, what's good? Hey. So, we're going to leave that there. But the biggest thing Spirit was telling me is that you're missing the trees for the forest. And normally it's the other way around, that you're so caught up in like I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do that. But I feel like that's how it's manifesting, except your focus has been so much more on the long-term, bigger picture of where you are trying to go, what you're working towards. And Spirit is saying that it's more important for you right now to be focusing on what you have control over and what you can be doing right now, today. 3 or 5 things that you can do today that will facilitate your forward progress, your movement towards whatever it is that your goals are. What can you be doing now that is contributing to that larger picture? Because that painting is always evolving. That image, that finalized concept is not really ever finalized. It's something that adapts as you adapt, and as you pour more energy, more effort into things, more abundance, more manifestations into these things that you're calling in. These are making it easier for you to get overwhelmed by the vastness of your dreams. And Spirit doesn't want you to get too lost in how overwhelming your desires are. Because, again, if you remember and we're tuned into the new moon in Cancer messages that I did here in that sound bath, I was talking about this analogy that Spirit gave me, which was about the tree, the full embodiment of the tree being held in the seed. That the seed encompasses the entire life cycle of whatever it is you're trying to grow. So focusing on how that is, I'm seeing it's like, because you're seeing the end, it's like it's over before it begins. So you're like, why bother? Or maybe it's only just meant to be a vision. It's only meant to be a dream. But no. Because you're not only meant to be a vision. You're not only meant to be a dream. You're here to actually do things. You're here to actually accomplish things and connect with people. Connect with source. Connect with star beings from what feels like home. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone in the chat to stay focused, please. Thank you. Oh, wow. I was shuffling those cards upside down. So we're going to take that upside down. And we'll get there shortly. Alrighty. Yeah, Dungeon Cooler, can we get some muting or booting out of the chat, please? Because it's a little distracting. So, not just the messages, but get these people on timeout, please. Or off the channel. I know they're here for the healing, but we need to be focused. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So, let us reset. I know there's a lot of background noise in here. I apologize, and hopefully it's not too distracting. But again, just take a deep breath in. Welcome in, Deirdre. And let it go. Yes. So, and that's how your brains are working right now, fam. That's how your brains are working. It's really important that You don't let the feeling of fear or the anticipation of distractions or how much time or energy something's going to take throw you off. Because what you're here to do is too important. And people might tell you things are not going to work out. Memories or that voice in your head might tell you that things are not going to work out. Gonna need you to be a little bit more focused on the chat. Thank you. It's gonna be important that you recognize that these are just projections of fear that's either arising out of your subconscious or that are actual projections of others. And I want to say that the projections of others will not ever affect you when you have clear, healthy boundaries, like Deirdre said, with yourself. When you understand what kind of voices, what kind of intentions, what kind of ideas you're going to tolerate from yourself, and what kinds of things you're not going to tolerate from yourself. Because when you disrespect yourself, that just allows that energy to feel like it can take root in your life, in others. Horrible things do happen, but you're nobody's victim. Okay? It's time that you take an honest inventory in your life of what it is that you're doing, what it is that you want to be doing, what it is that matters to you. Starting small, but working towards something that is a milestone in the direction of your grand visions for your life is where you need to be going. Anything that distracts from your peace has to go. And you see the protection there of the turtle? Slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't need to be this massive happening all at once. It's so, so, so important that you take care of yourself, that you prioritize your peace, because when you prioritize your peace, decluttering your life, decluttering your mind, you know exactly when things start to come up that interfere with that, whether that's an external thing or something that's totally normal that's just triggering you. Okay? We had the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is all of that nonsense, all of that confusion, distraction, that energy of wasting away that's being flooded out of your life right now, dumped out of your life. And it's important that you recognize where you haven't been allowing yourself to properly prepare for what matters to you. Because I see you all making lists and lists and lists of things to do and worrying about the quantity of what you have to get done and using your time and your energy to completely just feel overburdened by the idea of everything you have to do. Exactly, Irby. Time is the most valuable resource. Time is the most valuable resource. And when you're spending all of that time in your mind, it's taking away from your ability to be living your life. A lot of light workers deal with anxiety, and you are prone to overanalyzing things because you're sensitive and you want to understand why. That's a great question to be asking, but not at the price of your time to work towards your dreams. because your actions dictate your thought processes. And when you're in this change of identity, like Spirit has been driving home this month, when you're moving through this change of identity, of recognizing yourself as sacred, you realize that you don't have to be spending all of this time working mentally to figure things out the way that you have been. 1111 you could be seeing, as well as 222 or 1222. When you recognize just how precious your life is, the time that you have remaining here, it doesn't matter how much you may think you have, because it's regardless gonna go faster than you expect it to. It's important at times to keep in mind what your future self is doing, what your future self has accomplished, and what they want for you to be focused on right now. Again, if you are lost, feeling completely overwhelmed by the distractions in your life, you need to book a reading with me. Especially if you've been on the fence of, oh, I think I need to book a reading. I need to book a reading. I need to book a Reiki session. You need to. Yes, you do. Maybe I should. Yes, you should. Super summer sale all month. $47 for a half-hour session, $88 for an hour of either reading or regular Reiki. I have other curated sessions if you're interested in those as well. The link to book with me is in the description box of this video. Or you can type it in your search box on your search engine, www.fromspiritforlove.com/book-online. And so it's so important that when you're feeling like life is running away with you, that's an indication, like when time is running away from you, again, that's an indication that you are. I should have brought the chimes down here because I can still feel that kind of yuckiness. Okay. A little bit more Reiki. And see, pausing for things like this to pause and reset. No, but you can book them back to back. Again, just simply allow, if you're open to receiving, just say, I'm ready to receive this cleansing. And if not, I'm going to put up a wall around any distracting energies on your end so that I can focus on my message here with the most love. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. There's been this energy of the wolf coming through incredibly strongly for you all. The wolf animal totem. Maybe some of you have been connecting with your wolf spirit guide, or feeling your wolf spirit guide a little bit closer, or being told that you need to be connecting with a wolf-like mindset. There's this energy of needing to think differently about your problems, because the mindset that has been preventing you from moving forward is not going to be the mindset that changes your life. That's why so many of these messages that you've been finding recently have been talking to you about, how do you change the way you think about certain things? What does it mean to heal your body, to heal your mind, to heal your identity, and heal your life? What does it mean to raise your consciousness? What does it mean to raise your consciousness? It means to think about things differently. It means that your perspective, your idea of things, moves up and opens. And moving up just means that you feel lighter in spirit by having a grander vision. Not a grandiose vision, but a grander vision. Healthy and humbly believing in your ability to work towards what it is that you want. And the frog came out with heal. Heal. The frog's message is a symbol of decluttering, of literally taking things out of your space that distract you. Because a distracted, cluttered space is a distracted, cluttered mind. So for those of you who are feeling like you've done all of the physical moving of things, but your home still seems to feel like there's a lot of yucky, a lot of stuck, stagnant energy, book a house blessing. I cleanse homes with Reiki and medicine. And I'm telling you, they're never going to be priced this low again. Okay? So if you've been on the fence about that, you need to book a session with me. Okay? The house blessing. The frog says, lighten your load so you can entertain the reality of new possibilities. And the wolf comes through with cunning to say, hey, is that really what you want to be focused on? Welcome in. Is that really what you want to be focused on? Half working towards your goals tells your spirit guides that you half care about their guidance. And that you half care about yourself. Half believing in yourself means that you half care about yourself. And I say the tough thing because it's Saturday morning live. I said what I said. But I also say this because I know that I'm only able to tell you these things, these hard truths, because I faced them. It's not easy to come out of the deepest wounds believing in yourself again. That's why community is so important. That's why seeking help is important. And even more so, it is so important that you all are focused as well on finding a way to make the systems around you work for you. I know some of you are healing your relationship to modern medicine. And so you're seeking alternative paths. But sometimes alternative paths, like psychic readings instead of psychotherapy, is a form of escapism and denying your genuine needs. It's important to find balance in everything. A balance between optimism and skepticism. Openness and doubt. Because you all are swinging between extremes so much. What is the middle ground for you? It was Martin Luther King Jr. who said if you to run towards what it is you're moving towards. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, drag yourself every step of the way, but by all means, keep moving. By all means, keep moving. And I know also that sometimes you're going to be feeling like there's some energy, that there's some force that doesn't want you to be doing things, that doesn't want you to be saying things, that doesn't want you to succeed. But you don't have to listen to that, because that's just trying to pull you back to the dark places that you're crawling out of. You choose what you listen to. You choose what you fight against. You choose what you focus on. So be very clear about what things define you. What beliefs? What values? Which goals? Do you value comfort? Do you value growth? Do you value sameness or curiosity? Do you value expansion or routine? Do you value wisdom or learning, or do you value being right? Who are you? Who are you? What matters to you? What makes sense to you? What beliefs does the version of you who's accomplished all that you desire have that you're working towards? The number 7, numerologically, when you're seeing that number, it's 777 is not about luck. It's about asking yourself the hard questions that make being in alignment easier for you. That's also part of the 711 portal that we stepped out of, and the 717 portal, the energy that we're activating in this message today that we're starting with, is choosing peace, choosing to see yourself as a sacred being, choosing everything that heals you. And of course, when you're outside your comfort zone, things are going to happen that are going to make you want to doubt yourself. Your subconscious, especially, is going to be like, hey, no. And it'll throw you back. It'll make you exhausted. It'll make you doubt yourself or eat junk food or whatever it is that you have as a coping mechanism, or whatever things that you are healing. It will try to sabotage you. Your literal own brain will try to sabotage you. So if that's probably the most influencing factor in your life. So why are you going to give weight to what you don't know other people are thinking or doing? So it's now for the question of witchcraft and dark magic, all these things, people are out to get you, the jealousy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, what you focus on grows. So if you're looking and questioning, this is only going to add to the mess. And of all of the times, and as someone who clears dark magic and depossesses people as part of my work, I know when there's actually an issue and a real case of this, and I know when people are afraid of growth and buying into fear-mongering. Okay? These are tough questions to be asking yourself. And it's not easy to be sitting here saying all these things. Why is it easier to believe that everyone's out to get you than to do what you need to do to move towards the life you want? Why is it easier? Is it easier? Saturday Morning Live. I said what I said. If your mind feels like a scary place to be, you need to book with me so we can talk about it honestly. Okay? Sometimes the remedy is going to be Reiki. Sometimes the remedy is going to be grounding practices, focusing on your nervous system. Sometimes the remedy is going to be having something to focus on and consume that isn't your own brain. And sometimes the remedy is going to be professional psychological help. There's no shame in getting the help that you need. What's worse is living in a life you feel like you can't escape. No one's judging you for needing help. The denial creates worse problems. So I'm a fan of what works. If something's working for you, it's working for you. If it's not working for you, it's not working for you. But you have to ask yourself, why do these certain comfort zones or these coping mechanisms feel so good? And do they really? We don't live in a natural world anymore. So artificial issues require artificial means at times. I know some of you have been having a very difficult, unsteady relationship to prescription medication. Some of you antidepressants, anxiety medication. These aren't problematic if you're seeing them as God-given prescriptions. If they help you do what you need to do, then let them help you. If there's someone with resources and knowledge that can help you with something, please take advantage of that. Because the only person that loses in that situation is you when you're not taking advantage of the help that you need, of the resources, all of the resources, not just the new age holistic crap. Yes, I said crap and I do this shit for a living, okay? You cannot spiritual your way out of being human. And that requires a holistic perspective of understanding how the body works, understanding how the brain works, the nervous system, the mind, psychology, as well as understanding matters of the spirit because you have always felt like something's different about you. Sometimes that's because of trauma, and sometimes that's because of trauma that made way for you to realize that life is more than just what we perceive it to be. It's never just one thing. And what's most important on your healing journey is that you get the help that you need, even if it's in a form that doesn't make sense or is what you never thought you'd do. Okay? It's important that you are taking care of yourself the way that you need to be cared for. Recovery meetings are huge. And someone that can keep you accountable, absolutely, Arby. There's no shame in having made mistakes. There's no shame in admitting that you need help. Shame is used and weaponized in societies and cultures that don't prioritize connection, that instead prioritize control. And you choosing to get the help that you need is you taking back control of your life, of your destiny. If that's signing up for a course, if that's signing up for a recovery meeting, if that's reading a book, if that's listening to teachers, if that's looking for a therapist or a psychiatrist. The only disservice that is taking place when you're not getting the help that you need is the disservice to you. Okay? Welcome in, Lisa. It's okay to need help. It's okay to need help. And I know a lot of you are coming to psychic messages, to yoga and Reiki and all these different types of things, to church, to your synagogue, to your mosque, whatever it is that you're looking for some answers, you're looking for some help, some healing. You can't rule anything out until you try it. Because sometimes what you're looking for is in the place that you least expect. So I can imagine, as much as it might be triggering for me to even be saying this, it's even more triggering for you to be hearing from a psychic medium. No, sometimes you need professional, westernized medicine as a form of help. You need doctors, not just witch doctors. The systems are the way they are for a reason. No, they don't serve everyone fairly or equally, but that doesn't mean with the right intentions and the right prayer and the right trust in God that you won't get the help that you need. Sometimes you have to extend yourself a little bit beyond your regular reach. Okay? Your healing is sacred, and whatever contributes to that should be honored as divinely orchestrated. Because you might be surprised that there are light workers in every single horrible system that exists, doing the work that they do so they can connect with people like you. They're waiting for you. And those are actually soul contracts that you signed, and that your spirit team has been working very hard for you to get in touch with. Okay? Psychic mediums have a lot of answers, but their goal is direction and healing. The service of God is about healing, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you're spreading love and the intention of uplifting others. Because I know a lot of you are wanting to help the collective too. You're wanting to get up and you're wanting to serve and you're wanting to teach, you're wanting to collaborate, you're wanting to mentor, you're wanting to create. You don't have to do that in an explicitly alternative way. There are so many ways for you to help people. That's why so much of the focus about your enlightenment and your graduation at a soul level is about focusing on what you're passionate about. Because wherever you go, you raise the vibration. So does it really matter what you're doing? If it feels right, if it feels aligned, if it feels connected to your growth, you could be anywhere. You could be doing anything. That is healthy for you, of course. I'm going to read these cards now. I'm going to have to... You know what? No, never mind. Never mind. I can go till about 1 o'clock. I have about half an hour here, which means I have a little bit more time for messages. And then I'm going to run and grab the candle because I don't have that here right now. So, we had the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is the disillusionment, the deep, deep disillusionment taking place right now. We have the Six of Wands, which is the success in your disillusionment. the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. For this reading to end on the Wheel of Fortune, you can't make it up. I can feel some people are mad for me saying what I said. With all due respect, I mean what I say with love and respect. Six of Wands, Five of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. The goal of your healing journey is to reshape your self-understanding and remold it with love. To understand forgiveness, to understand mercy, kindness and compassion, honesty, integrity, authenticity. But also to understand that this is a practice. It's not just a one time we do it, it feels good, and it's done. Life on earth would be shorter if that were the case. But we're here as long as we need to learn the lessons we need to learn. No, this journey never ends. The soul's expansion and enlightenment never ends. It's eternal. But this place is unique in that we have the ability to break free of so many limitations, so many barriers to freedom. And that's why it feels so gruesome at times. And it is so gruesome at times. Because the capacity for awakening here is so great. It is so great. It is in the polarities. It is in the polarities that you can see, those extremes, that you can see where the truth of your consciousness lies. That you're not just one way or the other, you're not just one thing or the other. You are so many paradoxes meeting in the middle. And that your sense of mystery is going to be your guiding light. Spirit wants you to keep a optimistic attitude about your inevitability in overcoming these things that ail you. Optimistic about your inevitability of success. That all of that pain, the grief, you will learn to bounce back from. All of the exhaustion from how hard it's been. Your ability to extract the wisdom from those experiences and use that wisdom to raise your consciousness. The Kundalini energy, the Kundalini serpent is so prominent here. You're having so many activations in your driving life force. And this is all tied into your energy of knowing. The energy of your knowing that the Empress knows their worth. This is the understanding of your abundance, the understanding of the work paying off, always. Even if it's not in a way that you expect or that you would expect to see. But the work undoubtedly pays off. Find your flow. Find a pace that feels correct to you. Find the tools and resources, the communities, the connections that resonate with you. Because the goal of freedom is to transcend limitation. The goal of raising your consciousness is to surpass any idea of boundaries that you've had up to this point. And to do that means to overcome any perceived, I can't do this, I can't go there. I'll never be able to do that. Because the truth is, you'll be able to do anything you set your mind to. With persistence. That's this Eight of Pentacles here. You have to keep at it, especially when you're developing a new life for your healing nervous system. It's not straightforward, but you will always notice that the progress is happening when you're consistent. The Magician and the Page of Swords is asking you to believe in your ideas. Believe in your dreams. And the more you believe in these things, the more the resources make sense to you. Things that you didn't even know were possible will just fall into your lap. Spirit said missed opportunities always come back around in different forms. They don't just vanish forever. Missed opportunities come around in different forms. And your softness with yourself of releasing unrealistic expectations, but believing in a process that you can stick with. That gentleness changes lives. Being gentle with yourself will change your life. You could be seeing 1010 or 101 and 777. And this is also the energy of what you focus on grows. So focus on peace, focus on your healing, focus on your dreams. To heck with what anyone may think or say or do, because if it's not even within the realm of what can affect you because you're not focusing on it, then there's no way. Entertaining that possibility opens the door. And your vortex, your aura, is a mirror. It's the amplification energetically of your thoughts, of your vibrational reality, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life. And your vortex spins and changes the mirror of life around you by either moving you or moving things around you to reflect your beliefs. So believe in your dreams. Believe in their inevitability and sticking with the process. And sometimes changing your approach will change your life. Again, because your new mindset, your healed mindset, is what will reflect your healed life. Not the thoughts, not the beliefs, not the self-perception that keeps you where you are. Magic is everywhere. You are magical. I see some of you studying the law of attraction, diving deep into Bashar's teachings, or with Dara Anka, or Abraham Hicks with Esther and Jerry Hicks. Oh, Norman, you blessed me so much. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you. And I pray your blessings of others come back to you 100-fold. Thank you. The limitations that you're overcoming right now is that there has to be one correct way for you. But the only correct way is what works, what helps you get the job done, that helps you accomplish whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish. You could be seeing 555. That's breaking out of your limitations. If you're seeing that with sixes as well, absolutely. Breaking free of those limitations. Understanding which thoughts keep you stuck where you are and which thoughts open you up to believing in your dreams. And are they really thoughts, or are they getting out of your head and taking action? Spirit saying that's the message. That's the message. What you focus on grows, so focus on your flow. I'll say that again in case the cards blocks that. What you focus on grows, so focus on your flow. All right, collective. I'm going to go grab the candle for today's Saturday morning live. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Honestly, it was a tough start there, and I felt the same thing last week, but that's the 7. That's the 7. See it for what it is so you can make it what you want it to be. On the bottom of the deck, we have collaborate. So you guys are going to be getting some new people around you. Spirit's going to open doors for you to walk through, to reconnect. Sometimes that looks like an idea to, oh, maybe I want to go to that book club. Maybe I want to go to that meeting. Maybe I want to go visit this museum. And who knows? Maybe you go and you find that there's this whole community of people that are waiting to invite you in. You never know. You never know. All right. And to those of you who've been with me for this message from the beginning, I appreciate you. Kudos to you, because that energy was not fun to get through. So I love you, and I will see you in a second while I go grab the candle, and I will bring it back here in just a second. So it's in this cute little candle mold still, so I'm gonna need to try to figure out how to get this out. So adorable. Fortunately, it's silicone. So let's see. Spirit, will you help me do this easily? Oh my. I'm getting wax all over my hands. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh, that's really cute, actually, but now I've waxed all my hands. And I have paper towels. Handy dandy. All right. I'll show you in a second. It looks really cute, but it makes sense. The spiraling energy. They had me pick the candle that they put a portal in. A portal for your breakthrough. Can we get a hoorah? Mom. All right. Here we go. Look at the cute little candle. Ooh, so adorable. Ooh. And I'll show you the portal. All right. And it's on this cute little plate too. So, again, we're gonna reset. We are gonna reset. All right. Your dreams are practical. In case anyone was feeling a little out there, a little crazy. Thanks, Mel. In case anyone was feeling a little loop-de-doo for having some sort of dream for your life and what you want to be and what you want to do, I'm here to remind you that it's not crazy. It's just that the how hasn't fully appeared to you yet, which means it's on its way. Okay? Thank you, Spirit, for this blessing of sage. Please bless my collective. You can just drink that in. Just take a deep breath if you want it. Good. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Just let it all go. There we go. Oh, that feels like magic. I felt that in my hips. All right. So now that you're back in your body, we're going to go ahead and charge this candle with Reiki, and I'm going to pray over it. If you want to, oh, Nico. If you all want to add your own prayers in the chat, if you don't want to add prayers out loud or like by typing them, you can say them out loud to your spirit team. Because if you remember when I brought you here and I brought your spirit team here, they can hear you. They can hear everything. The Creator knows all. All right? Your guides might not, but the Creator does. So I'm going to go ahead and open my channels to charge this candle with Reiki. And here, let's see. Can you see that? There we go. So I'm going to channel some prayers. If you want to go ahead and add your prayers, you can put them in the chat. You can drop some hearts if you just want to send your love. That's always welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I offer this candle first and foremost to the Creator of all things, the source of everything. Thank you for bringing us all here today to receive messages, to liberate them, and also for the resources to have this candle here today. Thank you to everyone who made it possible for me to have this candle here for the collective. I offer this energy to Gaia and to Cryon, calling Cryon here to the space to use as much energy from this candle as is needed for Gaia's healing. I ask any star beings who would like to use this energy for their healing intentions that they use this energy. It's available to them. And I pray that my collective here, everyone who's come across this candle and everyone who I haven't seen in a long time, has not seen my messages in a long time, that they receive some of the wisdom and magic that will be amplified in their life through this energy if they're open to receiving it. May God bless all creation and all active creators here and everywhere. May you receive all of these blessings in kind. May you receive all of the blessings and miracles you pray for, whether it's the healing, the insight, the breakthroughs, the abundance, the security, the safety, the rest, whatever it is that you ask for, may you receive that tenfold. And that every blessing that you receive, you freely give to others. in kind. I pray for all of the victims of abuse, of domestic violence, that their bodies, minds, and souls heal, and that the people that are committing these atrocities find the error of their ways realized from within. May everyone return to the energy of forgiveness and compassion, of curiosity before judgment. May anyone who's been seeking to heal a rift with a loved one or an estranged family member or friend or community member, that if you have that intention, let this energy facilitate the reconnection and the healing of that bond. May your faith in the divine be restored. Your faith and your ability to connect with Source be restored. All the victims of war crimes and families who've lost loved ones because of the wars taking place everywhere on earth right now, I pray that your grief is lessened and that your hearts are lifted and that you find inspiration again. May anyone who's grieving the loss of a loved one find the healing and positive memories transcend and supersede the memories of pain and suffering of their loved ones. Let everyone remember that they're just right there. They're right there with you. I pray for the healing of the animals and the earth, the plant kingdoms and the animal kingdoms, the insect kingdoms, that all of these species be nurtured and revitalized, especially those endangered or on the verge of extinction. May everyone healing from abuse and addiction find peace within themselves and healthy coping mechanisms that supersede and override times 100 the feeling that they were chasing. May they realize those feelings within, the peace within, the abundance within. May your connections in love be strengthened and more authentic than they've ever been. May this energy, I know Lola, may this energy facilitate the manifestation of your dreams by showing you what to focus on next. Not 10 days from now, not 3 years from now, but what's next? Right here, right now. May your ability to be present be magnified like never before. And let the sweetness of life wash away your pain, your ailments, and your dis-ease. I'm going to go ahead and read any of your prayers that you add here. Dungeon Crueler is sending gratitude to Gaia and all brothers and sisters everywhere. Love Gratitude 78 is sending Reiki, healing, peace, and love to all with so much loves. Girl, you know I love those sparkling pink hearts. That is so much angelic energy. I ask for any unassigned angels who are available and willing and have the time and people are open to receiving your blessings. May you be brought to your perfect match. Irby prays that we all feel God's love and share the love with others around us as we continue to grow in grace and knowledge of God. Holy Grailstone is showering so much love, as is Andy, as are Andy and Ashta. Thank you so much, everyone. Mel is sending love to every living being in existence. I know she's just mad because the door's shut. Okay. And all of the prayers that my collective has here that they've been afraid to really admit, all the dreams that they've been wanting to run towards, but they've been afraid to really acknowledge why they want them and how possible they can be. Let their inspiration and motivation be restored. Scythorn is sending love, all the praise to the Most High, and unconditional righteous love around the world and the inhabitants on this planet. I love you too. May your connections be restored in faith. Spirit, is there anything else you'd like to add? May your healing journeys of recovery be more blissful than you could have ever imagined. And I pray that you are fearless in asking for the help and the collaboration that you desire and you need. and that you recognize love in all of its many forms, and that you open your hearts and your minds to receive more than you think is coming to you because you're worth it. And that's the message, fam. I'm going to go ahead and light this candle. All right, beautiful souls. I will see you very soon. Thank you again for tuning in. God bless you. And if you're new here, welcome. Spirit, that's not even funny. I wasn't even because I was talking and there's no draft right now. Damn. That's some serious resistance. Archangel Michael, let's break down these walls, please. I just keep hearing Spirit say, open up, open up, open up. Well, I'm open. Y'all, open up. Or help me open up. Damn. Okay, I think we got it. Embrace the magic, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye, lovelies.